All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have probably my favorite knife in my collection as of now, because this thing is, it's something ridiculous, something that I really love, and I'm super excited to share my impressions and to share this beauty with you. And if you want, you can check out fablades.com and see what is going on there. In the meantime, just gonna unwrap this little fella. Oh, by the way, you can subscribe if you are not subscribed, and you can leave me a comment down below and let me know what do you think about this beauty right over here. Anyways, this is a custom, full custom Shirogorov Stellar, and it comes with this duck foot bead right over here. It is nicely wrapped into this cloth, and here you have the knife, and there's a little pouch right over here where you can actually store the coin, which it's stating all the materials employed into the knife. And here you have the Stellar from Sergey Shirogorov. This is a full custom knife. It is spectacular. I'm just gonna go ahead and measure. The blade is 9 centimeters with a almost 9.5 centimeters of cutting edge, 12 for the handle. Overall is going to be 21 centimeters. And just to put things in perspective, I just want to show you a couple of the classic, the usual Chris Reeve, Sebenza, small, Sebenza, and large. So just to give you an idea, this fella is pretty much in between, a little bit smaller than the large 21. And here you get a couple of Shiro. To put in context, you get Neon and L and F95 and L, both custom division, not at the same level of this big guy right over here, but another couple that I want to show you. They're pretty interesting and unusual to see. That's the Cardinal from Sienkiewicz, and the Mini Cannabis as well. This is the Ace of Spade. So this is a big guy. And anyways, you can see where we are standing with these other two Shirogorov made it, Sienkiewicz design knives. Anyways, here we have this thing, which is just spectacular. It's an inset lock. It's really, really insane. Let's get this out of the way immediately. This is extremely expensive knife, probably more than I should have paid, but it makes me happy. So it's, I don't care. It's part of the collection since a while. I was waiting to make the video because I was a little bit busy, to be honest. But anyways, here it is. This is the Shirogorov full custom Stellar with fantastic micro milling going on the frame, which is titanium. And there is, I don't know if you can see, but there's a subtle anodization on, like, going on with like a blue hue on the ridges only. I don't know if you can appreciate that, but there is a shimmering of blue. Anyways, there's straight lines with curved lines going on and gradually getting thinner and closer. And you get to see this zircuti pivot color with some yellow, black, blue, teal. Just spectacular. Look at this. This is so classy that it's not even funny. 3D milled all the way around. You get zirconium floating back spacer. You got tungsten pins, 1 over here and 4 over here. Kind of like in the way you get them into the full custom Stellaris, but that's going to be another video. And the handle itself is beefy. I love it. It's sporting this floating spacer, which is made out of zirconium. It has a little protrusion right there. It has a lanyard hole going on like that through the handles. At the beginning, I was honestly not sold, but I started to love this thing, even if I'm not a lanyard guy. You have concave milling. Every corner is just ridiculous. Pocket clip is tip-up carry only, with micro milling where you assume there's nothing going on. It actually, there is something going on. Milled on the pocket on the inside. You have a custom bit which is made of zirconium right over there. So you're gonna need some custom tools to take this fella apart. S125V steel, you can see engraved right over here, a little bit of dirt. It's gonna be fun to take it apart. You get some pretty impressive smoky mirror. It's very hard to catch the finish on this blade. You get to see that it's a dual finish, satin, on the flats. And I mean, it's just perfection. The proportions, the look, the feel, the sound. This is probably the best knife that I have ever had, and it's gonna be very, very difficult to top this guy right over here. There's little details. I mean, the jimping on the flipper tab, it's perfect. It's mirrored everywhere. The duck foot, look at the, I mean, it's a little bit dirty, but look at how cool is that. The pocket clip, it's perfectly functional. Absolutely centered, like to perfection. You got the blade S125V, little cut right there. There's no jimping over here. I mean, if you count this as a jimping, but usually your thumb kind of stays here. So not really functional, but beautifully executed. It looks like a jewel. It feels like a jewel. The apron. This part of the knife right over here, the lock bar is inset. And by the way, there are some micro milling. You should see this guy on the inside. How cool is it? It's as good, as nice as the outside. Now you cannot see it, but when I'm gonna disassemble this guy, you're gonna understand what I mean. Anyways, the apron here is made not only to follow the lines of the handle, but just if you pinch it, for example, you're a lefty like that, you're not gonna have your flesh pinched in between the scale and the lock. So it just protects you and as well protects the design. It's brilliant. The materials employed in this one, titanium, zircuti, zirconium, S125V, are perfect. I probably would have not liked as much as the Zirc spacer if the spacer would have been zircuti, for example. Or I would have accepted a pivot collar in zirconium to matching the screw, like Clark's one. Very, very neat, very clean, perfect knife as well. Guys, this thing is incredible. I mean, let me check the blade thickness on this guy is 4 millimeters, and behind the edge, this fella kind of 0.5. Oh yeah, of course, this guy is running on double row roller bearings. So the single row roller bearings is just for the custom division. The full custom, they have all another kind of action, like very different. So good. And this one needs to be clean. So I'm excited to take it apart and spend some time and just enjoy the cleaning of this piece, because it's like a meditation for me, and I really enjoy taking care of something as beautiful as this one. The sound that this guy makes, it's like there's no other knife that is sounding this way. This guy sounds also spectacular, but this fella, you hear? Oh, so good. For example, the custom division counterpart, good sound, of course, deeper, clock. But this sound, with a switch, oh my God, it's priceless. So good, muffled, not too loud, exudes class. The feel in the hand is perfect. So good, like the curves are so nice. There's zero hot spots, feels absolutely like, wow. This is a solid chunk. These pins right over here, they increase the rigidity of the overall structure. The double row roller bearings are, of course, increasing the lateral stability of the blade around the pivot, and contributes to like a super smooth action. Of course, nothing is rattling in this one. It is so good. The texture on the handle is so well made. Guys, it is a pleasure to do this. Really a pleasure. There's no lock stick, there's no blade plate, there is nothing, and I say nothing wrong with this thing. And as you would expect from a several $1,000 knife, of course, so good that you need to take this in your hand to enjoy and understand what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you're going to be like, oh, Fab, what are you talking about? Yeah, just hold it. Try by yourself and let me know. All right? This thing is my favorite. I would say, yeah, probably the prettiest one. It's so good. The size as well. I mean, I showed you the Cordinal, for example, which is another crazy one, but probably it would be a little bit too big for some circumstances, but the feel in the hand is just gorgeous. I mean, it's like so good. This one is better. This is simply very, very hard to beat. It's, I don't know. You see on the inside, you see the logo right over here. The signature of Sergey, it's hidden somewhere. Where is it? Probably inside somewhere. I don't know. I forgot. But anyways, he's signing on the inside, maybe. What else can I tell you guys? It's probably, I told you, my favorite knife. It's an incredible one. I mean, this thing is spectacular. And by the way, you see like the different milling going on, the lack of pivot color, of course. It's a little bit thinner on the stock. It's different, of course. This is better. And you have the double row roller bearings logo up there. This thing is just ridiculous. It's so good that I'm tempted to say this is a forever knife. This is not gonna go anywhere, because especially nowadays, these things are very, very hard to come by and very, very expensive. You need very, very deep pockets to afford a full custom shield. There's been a new influx of very wealthy collectors that are driving the prices a little bit up for this kind of knives, and it's a curse and a blessing at the same time. I'm very grateful and lucky to own this one, and I'm so happy that I can enjoy this guy, play with it, fondle, and just admire the perfection that went into the design, the craftsmanship, the making, the execution of like a perfect piece. So there you have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.